Welcome into New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. Appreciate everybody for tuning in as we are just a couple of days away from the NFL divisional round in the playoffs. It's Eagle Week for the third time this year. We know the Giants lost the two previous matchups. They got blown out in Week 14. Week 18 was a little bit of a different story with the Giants mostly resting their starters. I don't want to make too much of that game where the Eagles really couldn't score any points, but they couldn't. So take that for what it's worth. We got a lot to talk about on today's show. We're going to touch on the latest injury updates on Azeez Ojulari. Sounds like he's going to have to play through the pain this Saturday. Isaiah Hodgins continues to be on the injury report with an ankle injury. We have a picture of his ankle. We'll show you that. We'll also talk about Adoree Jackson. He's off the injury report somewhat, so we'll talk about that as well. I got 5 things the Giants have to do if they want to beat the Birds in Philly, and then we got a mailbag coming up later on in the show. Appreciate everybody tuning in. If you haven't yet, hit that thumbs up icon. We got 75 people watching. Let's get to 100 likes. I don't know how it's going to happen with only 70. We're up to 81 people watching. Hit that thumbs up icon if you're a real one. Let's start with this, though. Who do you got? Who do you got in the game this Saturday night? Giants at Eagles, the number 1 seed versus the number 6 seed. Who do you got? Who do you got in the game? Type NYG for the Giants, PHI for the Philadelphia Eagles. I want you to be honest with me. Give me your honest answers right now. Who do you got? NYG for the Giants, PHI for the Philadelphia Eagles. We got a whole bunch of NYGs in the chat coming from Brian and Mr. Yair and Big Ron and DJ, Bills, Boomaye, Jason. It's our way, Jason. 100% right. Ant Punisher, what up, man? Thomas is rolling with the Giants. So is Matthew Bazemore, my man Matt. What up, Brody? Shout out to Paul. Shout out to Mac. Shout out to Wagner. Linus12, Justin, the real ones. D. Durgeon says Eagles all the way. Durgeon? Doors around back, my guy. Gary Burns, what up, man? Corinne, Giants fan, Jay, Timothy, Pamtree, Caden. I'm a Giants fan, but Eagles win. Caden, trying to be a realist up in the chat. What up, Cade? What up, YFM? Let's go Big Blue, baby. Let's go Big Blue. Let's get a real one roll call going. Let's get the chat going. Let's get the chat going. Let's get the vibes going. It's playoff week. Number 2, nobody thought we'd be here. I predicted us to go 9-8 at one point during the offseason. I thought that was a stretch. Never did I believe that the Giants could win a playoff game and then have a chance to win another playoff game. So if you're a real one and you love the Giants, let's get the energy going. Drop those real ones. What up, Mr. Rick? How you doing, my man? Shout out to Steven. Shout out to Bills, Jay Liv, Giants fan, individual, Big Ron, DJ the One, Mr. Yair, Alex, Bruce, Reginald, Matthew Bazemore, James, HH Giant, Eric, M. Mulvey, and Tucker. Love it. Love it. Corinne is a real one. We know that. That is for sure. Matt Robertson is a real one as well. Brian Schmidt says Giants. Josh C. says real one. Relentless TV says, I think we're going to win this one. But I really think we are going to have a tough one the game after. I'm not even worried about the game after the Eagles. My mind is only on the Philadelphia Eagles because it's win or go home. You can't get caught in the moment by looking ahead. That is something you don't want to do. YFM 192 with $1 super chat. Shout out to you, my man. We'll pop that up on screen here in a second. But first, I want to tell you about today's proud sponsor, and that is Rocket Money. Rocket Money is an app that I use every single day. I check it multiple times a day because it's helping me save money. That was one of my New Year's resolutions in 2023 was to save more money. And with an app like Rocket Money, it helps you organize and optimize all of your finances. And then cancel your unused subscriptions for you with just a tap and keep track of your monthly expenses. You're going to be able to be in a spot where you know how much you're spending per month at every single spot, on groceries, at the bars, or on food, or on leisure activities. You'll even have Rocket Money negotiate to help you lower your existing bills and monitor events that affect your credit score. My favorite part of it is you get to view all your subscriptions on one page, and you can cancel those subscriptions with just a tap of a button. So if you see one that you didn't know you had, you don't want to have, and you maybe even were double charged by some, you can get those out the door by just tapping a button. Go to rocketmoney.com/Giants now. That link is in the comments and description of today's show. So I asked you a second ago, who do you got? Was it the Giants? Was it the Eagles? I saw a whole bunch of NYGs in the chat. And I don't see a whole bunch of likes on this video. We got 110 people watching, 51 likes. If you want to beat the Eagles on Saturday, I need you to like this video right now. And if you have liked the video, type me in the comments section and I'll give you a shout out. We are not starting today's show until we get to 80 likes. We will not start the show until we get to 80 likes. We're at 61 likes right now. We're less than 20 away. Shout out to Linus, Jay Liv, Mr. Yair, M. Mulvey Tucker, Bills Boomaye, Matthew Bazemore, Marty, Eric, Cha, Jay, HH Giant, Pam Tree, Edwin, EBK, the Pass Master, my man, the Pass Master. What up, Brody? Isn't he Vikings? I think the Pass Master is a Vikings fan. He is. What up, Matt Robertson? He said, liked on my TV and computer. Mike, that is because you are the definition of a real one. What up, Keith Russell? I believe it's our way. Yes, it is. What up, Coop?
How are they feeling about Reggie Bullock for Cam Reddish?
The Giants fans, I'm sure they don't really care. Jay Liv's in the chat. He's a Knicks fan. Jay Liv, would you trade Cam Reddish for Reggie Bullock? Yes or no, Jay Liv? Yes or no? Divershi, hope I'm saying that right. What up, man? Oh my good. Jay Liv says yes. Jay Liv says yes. So I've asked you, who's going to win the game? I've asked you to do your part by liking the video. But now I really want you to be honest with me. What is your confidence level in a Giants win versus Philly this weekend? Scale it from 1 to 10. 1 meaning you're not confident at all. 10 meaning you're the most confident you've ever been. You'd bet your mortgage on it. What is your confidence on a scale of 1 to 10 that the Giants are going to beat the Eagles this Sunday? Seeps, as we welcome Seeps back onto the show after he was not here Sunday. Seeps, how do you think Giants fans should feel about the game this Saturday?
You know, it's tough to beat a team 3 times. I think it's going to be close down the stretch. And my X factor, we saw it against the Vikings, I think it's going to be Daniel Jones' legs. I think he's going to have a game-winning field goal drive where he picks up 2 third downs with his legs because he picked up 7 against my Vikings and he killed us. I'm all in on Daniel Jones. I'm back in the blue the rest of the postseason. Let's go Giants. Let's go Danny Dimes.
I think Seeps believes in Daniel Jones more than I do at this point.
I love Daniel Jones. I was talking to Marsh. Give him 40 a year. I'm all in on him.
$40 million. Rick, what do you think about that, Mr. Cha? $40 million a year? That's a lot. We're going to talk about how much Daniel Jones should make later on in the show. Later, Corinne. J-Liv says you punked out on my... Oh, yeah. I told people on the Knicks stream on Monday you were scared to come to work. That's why we had to get Rolly to produce.
That is not true.
That's not what happened, to be fair.
Don't worry. I'll never do that to my guys.
That's not what actually happened. I mean, I think the Giants...
They got a chance.
They're a team that you don't want to mess with right now. They've got nothing to lose. They're peaking at the right time. Daniel Jones, since week 15, has been really, really good. They're getting healthy. I think they can win. I've already put $100 on Giants money line because I had a lot of money that I won after I bet $170 on Giants money line over the Vikings. Sorry, Seeps, but did you have a kidney stone? No. What does that even mean? Oh, my God. I saw a lot of 7s, though. That's about where I am. I'm at a 7 right now if I had to answer my confidence level in a win. Sahagins detailing my man. He said, yo, let's freaking go. Saturday is a battlefield day. Let's all go demon mode. I'm just so hyped up. Hagen's detailing. My man, I appreciate you. I got a shot for my guy. Let's go. O-Matic says Philly is trash. As much as I hate the Eagles, they're not trash. I mean, you don't become the number one seed in the NFC if you're trash. So we all hate them. We all despise them. I said Philadelphia fans should be in prison in yesterday's video. So Hagens, my man, I appreciate you, brother. Love that. Who's going to be the X factor this weekend for the Giants? Who's going to be the X factor? I think there's a couple different directions you could go. Mr. Rick, you are the best, my man. Who's going to be the X factor? I got a couple of guys, but I want to hear from you first. Mulvian Tucker says Saquon. Christopher says DJ. Mr. Ayair says Kayvon Thibodeau with a comma. Norm says Hodgins. Killa K, 7 because our wide receivers are hurt, not number 1s or 2s. Marsh, can we have Red Bull and Hennessy delivered to you? Yeah, you can. I can send you the address, J-Liv. Red Bull and Hennessy. That is a dangerous combination. I think I showed y'all the video of me back in the day. I think it was I turned 24. My 24th birthday, my friends took me out and we were drinking Hennessy in the club. It was a long, long night. I'll tell you that much. We went to IHOP after that, and I felt like I was on a merry-go-round because I was spinning so much. But it was brutal. I think I see a lot of people saying Daniel Jones and Barkley, Hodgins from Mr. Rick. If the Giants are going to win, I think the X factors are going to have to be Saquon Barkley, Darius Slayton, and Kayvon Thibodeau. I think Kayvon Thibodeau is going to have one of his best games of the year. I think Saquon Barkley is going to have to dominate on the ground. And I think you're going to have a couple big plays from Darius Slayton. So those are my X factors, but all of these are definitely right. Matthew Bazemore, my man, with a $10 super chat. Matthew, my man, you're always showing love. You're always supporting. I greatly, greatly appreciate it, brother. I saw you in the chat saying who's drinking beer right now. That's how I know this show's for you. We're always down to have a good time. Shout out to my guy, Matthew. Let's freaking go, Big Blue, Matt. Let's go. Let's go, Big Blue.
Marsh, my X factor. I'm going to go, I think Dexter Lawrence. I think people are thinking maybe he won't have as much as an impact going against Kelsey. I think he's going to kick his ass. I think Dexter Lawrence could have a game record type of game again.
Another guy I think that could be an X factor is Leonard Williams. Because when you look at the Eagles' offensive line, which we'll do in a little bit, their left tackle is great, Mailata. Their right tackle is great in Lane Johnson. Their center's great in Kelsey. But those two guards, while they're still solid players, that's where you can somewhat take advantage of them. And I think we're going to see Dexter Lawrence not just line up at the nose tackle spot on Saturday. We'll see him over the guards. We'll see Leonard Williams over the guards. I think Ellis will play a good bit trying to be that nose tackle. So Leonard Williams needs to have a big game. He's going to be like a top 5 highest paid defensive tackle next year. Go earn some money on Saturday. We do have a mailbag coming up in a little bit. Use hashtag Giants in your comments right now if you want to ask a question. Like, what do the Giants got to do to win? If the Giants lose, does this happen? If the Giants win, can they beat the Cowboys or the Niners? Or if you want to ask an off-season question, you can ask an off-season question as well. But I would love for all the real ones right now in the comment section to make Seeps' job easier. Ask a question in the comment section so we can have ammunition for our mailbag coming up. All super chats are guaranteed to get on the mailbag. If you ask a question, they will skip the line, kind of like the fast pass at Disney. You got to make it look like that in your comment. Hashtag no spaces and Giants right behind it. If you have a question, or a comment or a take, or you want to tell me I'm stupid, whatever it is, we'll pop it up on screen and we will talk about it. If we don't get enough questions, we won't do the mailbag. Remember, if you haven't yet, like this video. We're 12 likes away from 100 likes. We're about to get into the latest Giants news and rumors. So, without further ado, was this Rocket? Right? I think so, right? Okay, cool. Alrighty. Let me just pull up LinkedIn. We're 9 likes away from 100 likes. Hit that thumbs up icon for me if you can. Let's get into the latest rumors surrounding Big Blue. Before we get into the latest news and rumors surrounding the Giants on the injury report and 5 things I think they need to do and have to do to win this football game, I want you guys to be honest with me in the comment section right now. Who do you got on Saturday night in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs? Type NYG for the Giants, PHI for the Eagles. I better see a whole bunch of NYGs. Let's frickin' go. Yo, I appreciate everybody stopping by. You're watching New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm Marshall Green. Give me a follow on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_. In today's show, I'm going to tell you 5 things the Giants must do if they want to win this game. And also, we're going to take a look at the injury report for Big Blue. We got a loaded show. We'll talk about Isaiah Hodgins, how great of a season he is having. We got a loaded show. Let's get to it. The injury report starts, though, with a little bit of change from what it was on Tuesday. Adoree Jackson was listed as a limited participant with a back injury that came up. He was dealing with that knee injury, caused him to miss the first 7 games of the season. I think his back was just sore. Sorry, Seeps, from strapping up Justin Jefferson, putting the team on his back. But I do think Adoree Jackson's going to play. Obviously, he was a full participant. And the Giants need him in this ball game. You're going to have to stop guys like A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. They have a really loaded wide receiver core. That's going to be important. Jason Pinnock, remember, he left the game against the Minnesota Vikings with an abdomen injury, went to the hospital, said he had a bruised small intestine. How painful does that sound? He was a full participant at practice. These guys, though, that you now see on screen, were all limited participants at practice on Wednesday? Today's Wednesday, right? Landon Collins is dealing with an ankle injury. Isaiah Hodgins also dealing with an ankle injury. We'll talk specifically about Hodgins coming up in a little bit. Julian Love dealing with the hammy. Fabian Moreau's dealing with the hip. And Azeez Ojulari with the quad. We'll talk more in depth about Hodgins and Ojulari. I think all of these guys probably will play. We need Julian Love out there. We need all these freaking guys out there. Hopefully they can get healthy enough to where the Giants can have all these guys on the football field. Because I think if these 5 guys have good football games, the Giants are going to be dancing in the NFC Championship, in my opinion, against the San Francisco 49ers. We'll get to more news and rumors and updates in a second. But first, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, youtube.com/NYGiantsTV. Here at Chat Sports, I run our Giants channel. My good friend Chase Sr., he runs our Eagles channel. We're desk mates. We sit face to face. I've been talking big shit all week. I want to win on the football field, but I also want to win inside the walls here at Chat Sports. We're in a sub battle to see who could pick up more subscribers this week, and I shit you not, we are tied exactly at 104. So if you love the Giants, look for videos every single day on Giants news and rumors. Even when the season ends after the Super Bowl and the Giants win it, we're going to keep you updated with videos 7 days a week. Help me out. Let's beat the Eagles. Subscribe to the channel. Let's go Big Blue. This is a picture of Isaiah Hodgins' ankle after the game this past weekend against the Minnesota Vikings. He commented and said, "Don't make fun of me for not running fast. My ankle was messed up." And it absolutely is. That looks terrible. And supposedly he already played through a really, really tough ankle injury, and he was able to be extremely effective against the Minnesota Vikings. If he is unable to go against the Eagles this week, it's going to be extremely tough. Not having Hodgins would be tough. He's turned into arguably the number 1 wide receiver for this team. I think Joe Shane made the best in-season pickup for any receiver, and that being Hodgins. The familiarity and the chemistry that he has built with Daniel Jones is truly remarkable. That catch he made on the sideline, on the left sideline with the little toe drag swag, where Daniel Jones broke the pocket, was able to get outside and find Hodgins, was excellent. This guy with the Giants has been so freaking good. In 8 games with the Giants, he has 33 receptions. This is not including the playoff game. This is regular season. 33 receptions, 351 yards, 10 yards per catch, 4 touchdowns. That's pretty freaking good. But imagine if he did those numbers at a 17-game pace. He would have had 70 receptions, 745 yards, and 8 touchdowns. Those aren't quite number 1 wide receiver numbers. That's a damn good number 2, and that is an excellent number 3. He's so critical. For a big guy that's 6'5", 6'6", his ability to get open, find the holes in the defense, sit down, and catch the ball and get north and south extremely quick. And he's not an easy tackle is what makes him really good. He's a great route runner, and he was great against the Minnesota Vikings this past Sunday. 8 receptions on 9 targets, 105 yards, 13.1 yards per catch, and he had that touchdown. This guy has brought life to this football team, and I think you could argue that he's just as valuable as everybody on this team. Like, nobody is arguably more valuable than a guy like Isaiah Hodgins. Because without him, you'd see a lot more Marcus Johnson, and that didn't go so well. Hodgins knows that what he's doing right now is special, but the best part is he believed in it. He said, I knew that I could do this. But a couple months ago, I was getting cut from one team. Now, I'm in the second round of the playoffs. Sometimes I get that overwhelming feeling of like, man, I'm so blessed to be here. You're blessed to be here, but us Giants fans are blessed to have Isaiah Hodgins on our roster. I don't want to seem like I'm trying to hype this guy up because I don't have to. Watch the games. You see how important he is. This guy continues to get open. He continues to make big plays. And on third down, on money downs, number 8 is looking for number 18. And they have formed one of the most lethal connections in the National Football League. I'm so proud of a guy like Isaiah Hodgins. Cut, 6th-round pick. He is a special player, and I love the fact that he's wearing big blue. Let's show him some love, though, because I feel like sometimes he's a forgotten soldier on this team. I don't think we're here if we never claimed Isaiah Hodgins off of waivers once he was released from the Buffalo Bills. What a mistake by Brandon Beane, and what a great move by Joe Shane. Show Isaiah Hodgins, our number 1 wide receiver, some love. Type his jersey number, 18, in the comments section. We'll get to more about Azeez Ojulari in a second. But first, listen up. You want to save some money? Open those ears. Go to rocketmoney.com/Giants now. Shout out to Rocket Money for sponsoring today's show. It's an app that I'm using that's helping me save money because they organize and optimize all of your finances. And they cancel your unused subscriptions with just a tap. And I love that they keep track of your monthly expenses. Forbes declared it as the app that will save you hundreds of dollars. They also negotiate to help you lower your existing bills and monitor events that affect your credit score. That's rocketmoney.com/Giants now. You could view all your subscriptions on one screen. So you could tell which ones maybe you didn't know you had, or maybe ones that you've been double charged for. You can stay on top of those, and they'll cancel those for you with just a tap. Cancel unnecessary subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/Giants now. It saved me money. I promise it could do the same for you. That link is in the comments and description of today's show. Another player that was on that injury report we just flashed on screen a second ago was Azeez Ojulari. And he's been banged up this whole season. I think he's played in 7 or 8 games this year. And it's unfortunate because when he's out there, this team is so much more harder to put points on and game plan for and block at the line of scrimmage. He is a difference maker for this football team. And if he doesn't play, it's going to be a rough go for the Giants this weekend against the best offensive line in the NFL. Dan Duggan of The Athletic, my favorite Giants beat reporter, tweeted out that Azeez Ojulari said his bruised quad is painful. He's planning to play on Saturday, but his effectiveness will be based on pain tolerance. So he's going to be out there, but I think this tells you that he's not going to be 100%. He's going to be playing through the pain, and I don't expect him to be out there for as many snaps as he would if he was healthy, which is unfortunate because when you look at what he's done when he is healthy so far this football season, the dude has been a monster out there. Look at these stats. In 7 games this year, he has 5.5 sacks, 7 QB hits, 3 forced fumbles, 3 tackles for loss, and 14 tackles. But I think the most important thing is in those 7 games, He only played in 50+% of the snaps in 3 of those games because he was hurt in other ones. The dude had 5.5 sacks in pretty much 4 football games this season. Just like we did it with Isaiah Hodgins. Imagine if he was healthy for 17 games this season. He would have had 34 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 13 sacks, 17 QB hits, and 7 forced fumbles. When Azeez is healthy, this defense is special, guys. When you have Azeez and Kayvon Thibodeau on bookend sides of your defensive line, and then you have Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence on the inside, that is so hard for an offensive coordinator to game plan for because you're not going to have the time that you used to. And you're going to have to do other things to get the ball out quicker and have more people in the block and max protect. I mean, when you look at the numbers that these guys have, they cause havoc. And they have potential to wreck the football game this Saturday. They're just going to be playing against a really, 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 really good offensive line for Philly. All of these guys pictured on screen, Mailata, Dickerson, Kelsey, Sumalo, hope I'm saying that right, really don't care if I'm not, Lane Johnson, they're either all A, all pros, B, all of them are Pro Bowlers, or C, Pro Bowl alternates. Everyone on this screen that has a face and a picture has been recognized by the NFL as either a Pro Bowler, Pro Bowl alternate, or an All-Pro. It's just that interior offensive line at the guard spot that I think the Giants can take advantage of. That's Dexter Lawrence. That's Leonard Williams. So I want you to predict the score for me in the comments section. I think everyone will play. I just don't know if they'll all be 100%, which at this point in the NFL season, who really is 100%? Hodgins, we need him out there. Ojulari, we need him out there. Julian Love, we need him out there. But I want you to predict the score for me in the comment section. I'm going to go 34-31. 34-31, Giants on top. Give me your score predictions in the comments section. And give me a follow on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_. Everyone that follows me back and DMs me at Philly, I'm going to give you a shout out on the live show, and I'm going to give you a follow back. Give me a follow at @MarshallGreen_. Just DM me at Philly so I know you came from this video. I definitely said that we were also going to talk about the 5 things, but that just is the next video. I don't know if I like my score prediction of 34-31 right there.
That's a high-scoring game, Marsh.
I
like it.
It's probably a little too high.
I'm going to go.
I think I like 27-24 a little bit more.
Okay.
Or maybe 27-23. Because if they score 23, that means the Giants were able to bend but don't break. You know what I'm saying? They held some field goals.
Because the Eagles are going to put up yards.
Yeah.
Be able to move
I'm going to change it. They can't do it in the video. It's too late. But the real ones watching right now,
yes.
I'm going 27-23.
Okay.
27-23. 34 is too much. I was feeling myself a little bit right there.
I'm going to go 2017 Giants.
2017.
Game-winning field goal. I'm still calling it. Game-winning field goal. Daniel Jones. His moment.
Mr. Rick, I'm right there with you. That's why I'm changing my score prediction to 27-23. 34 is too much. And we're going to get a field goal. We're going to kick a couple of field goals. Or 34, I mean.
Graham Gano's been solid this whole year, though?
Graham Gano's been good. He's one of the best kickers in Giants history, honestly.
Let's go.
We do have a mailbag coming up in about 15 or 20 minutes. So use hashtag Giants or Super Chat. Hashtag Giants or Super Chat. All Super Chats get on the show. It makes producer Seep's job a lot easier. Shout out to Mr. Yair, Devarshi, Goosh. Get your questions in, though. Hashtag Giants in the comment section. I want to hear from Mr. Rick. I want to hear from Cal. I want to hear from Maximus. I want to hear from Osmosis Jones, Logan H., the Pass Master. As Papa Dingle is just in the chat typing L. That's weird. That's weird. But if you could ask a question in the comment section, we would greatly appreciate it. We got a mailbag coming up in about 5 minutes. Now we're going to talk about the 5 things the Giants are going to have to do. My mind It's kind of fucked up a second ago, but we got to figure it out right now. Let's get to it right now. Game day is just around the corner. Giants at Philly for the NFL divisional playoff round. So I want to ask you Giants fans this question. What is your number one key to victory versus Philly this Saturday? I'm going to give you 5 things I think they must do if they want to win, but I want to hear from you. Your number one key to victory versus Philly this Saturday. What up, everybody? You're watching New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. As always, appreciate you tuning in. If you haven't yet, give this video a thumbs up for me. Let's freaking go. Show some love. Today's show, 5 things the Giants must do to beat the Eagles. With the game just around the corner, I wanted to focus strictly on keys to victory and what they have to do. And if they do these things, I truly, truly believe that the Giants are going to leave this game victorious and get to advance to the NFC Championship. Let's start, though, with one thing that they must do. The must-dos to beat Philly. You got to stop the run game. You can't let Jalen Hurts. You can't let Miles Sanders just get loose on this offense. When you go back to the Week 14 matchup, the Giants had a problem stopping the run. Hurts did whatever he wanted. Miles Sanders did whatever he wanted. Even Boston frickin' Scott did whatever he wanted. If Boston Scott scores a touchdown this week, I'm going to be upset. F Boston Scott in the comments. Type that, and you're a real one. But look at the stats. In Week 14, when the Giants allowed 48 points to the Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Hurts had 7 carries for 77 yards and a rushing touchdown. He then got hurt, came back in Week 18, and he wasn't nearly the same effective player that he was. 9 carries for 13 yards, 0 rushing touchdowns. I don't know if the Giants more so found something that worked that game or he just wasn't trying to run the football, but holding him inside that little pocket and not letting him get loose is going to be critical. You also got to stop a guy like Miles Sanders, who's having the best year of his young NFL career. Almost 1,300 yards, 5 yards per pop, and 11 touchdowns on 260 carries this season. The guy is explosive. He's a really good running back. I don't want people to underestimate him. If he gets out in the open field, he can hit you with the deuce sign just like Saquon Barkley. Stopping him and Jalen Hurts on the ground are going to be key. And it's going to come down to your inside linebackers. That's what I think is going to be most important because you can't continue to just put all the pressure in the world on Dexter Lawrence and Leonard Williams. You need guys like Gerard Davis, who's a new member of this team, just signed off the Lions practice squad, who's a good run stopper. I don't want to talk about pass coverage. We saw what happened when he tried to do that against the Vikings. It didn't work out. But he's a great downhill linebacker, and the same can be said with a guy like Jalen Smith. Those two guys, they got to bring their hard hats this weekend. I'm also looking forward to seeing some Carter Coughlin and Landon Collins inside the box trying to help slow down that running game. We're going to get to 4 more things I think the Giants must do to win the football game. But first, if you want the Giants to beat the Eagles, subscribe to the channel. Sub for Giants Playoff Dubs, youtube.com/NYGiantsTV. Just like you got to stop their run game, you got to establish the run. The Philadelphia Eagles have one of the best defenses in the NFL. But when you look at their rush defense specifically, they are in the bottom half of the NFL in that statistic. Whereas on the pass defense, they're number 1 pass defense in the NFL. They have the number 1 pass rush in the NFL. And I believe they give up the 3rd least amount of points per game. You got to get Saquon Barkley going. He's been the engine to this offense all season long. And maybe give him the ball more 9 times like he did against the Minnesota Vikings. Because this year, he was incredible. And then when you played the Eagles in Week 14, he didn't play well. He was a little bit banged up, didn't really have much running room. But you have to find a way to get him going. You can't let Saquon Barkley go for only 28 yards. He's got to bring the juice. He's got to be the guy that gets this offense going. But not just Saquon. At this point in the playoffs, you can rest when you're out. Daniel Jones needs to be a part of this run game because Nate Tice tweeted out that the Eagles have given up the 2nd most EPA to QB scrambles in the NFL this season, meaning they're essentially the 2nd worst team in the NFL at defending scrambles. 30.3 defensive success rate, which ranks 28 in scrambles, and then they have 33 scrambles this year, which is the 8th most this season. The Eagles' defense versus design QB runs, they've allowed 25 rushes, which is the 17th most, 28% success rate, which is 29th, and 0.54 EPA per rush, which is 29. A lot of nerd numbers right there, but I say that to say this. They struggle against slowing down the QB run, and that's what you need this weekend from a guy like Daniel Jones, who had so much success against the Minnesota Vikings in that department. He rushed for 7 first downs against Minnesota. He really had over 80 rushing yards, but he had 4 knees to end the game. The dude is special, and he's got to put the team on his back this weekend. Jones and Barkley, they need to combine for over 200 rushing yards on Saturday if the Eagles want to take down the Birds. You got to slow down their pass rush too, and that's why I think, number 2, establishing the run game is so important. Because when you establish that run game, it doesn't just allow the defensive line to pin back their ears and do whatever they want. Because this defensive line, this pass rush for Philly, these numbers are scary, guys. They have 4 guys over 11 sacks this year, and Fletcher Cox, who might be the best out of all these guys, only had 7. Riddick is good. Hargrave's good. Graham's a Hall of Famer. Sweat is really good. It's going to be a lot of pressure on Evan Neal on that right side, trying to block a guy like Hassan Riddick and Josh Sweat. Andrew Thomas, I believe, is going to hold it down. It's going to come down to Evan Neal. It's going to come down to Mark Gowinski. I am very interested to see how this offensive line is going to be able to hold up. Look, if they don't hold up, we won't be talking about the Giants football in the regular season anymore. These guys have a lot of pressure on them to slow down the very, very talented Philadelphia Eagles pass rush. These days, every new potential hire can feel like a high-stakes wager for your small business. You want to be 100% certain that you have access to the best qualified candidates available. That's why you have to check out LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn Jobs helps you find the right people for your team faster and for free. Here at Chat Sports, I was our 5th employee hired about 2 years ago. Now we're up to 22 people in office, and we have hired excellent people from LinkedIn Jobs. Once you get hooked up, you then add your job in the purple hashtag hiring frame to your LinkedIn profile to spread the word that you're hiring. Simple tools like screening questions, making it easy to focus on candidates with just the right skills and experience so you can quickly prioritize who you'd like to interview and hire. That's why small businesses rate LinkedIn Jobs number 1 in delivering quality hires versus leading competitors. LinkedIn Jobs helps you find the qualified candidates you want to talk to faster. Post your jobs for free at LinkedIn.com/NFL Daily. That's LinkedIn.com/NFL Daily to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. That link is in the comments and description of today's show. Shout out to LinkedIn Jobs for sponsoring Giants Now by Chat Sports. Another big key for me in must-dos to beat Philly, you have to find ways to create explosive plays this weekend against the Philadelphia Eagles, which the Giants had so much success against the Minnesota Vikings. Go back to the explosive play report. Credit to Justin Pennick of Talkin' Giants, a really, really, really good Giants podcast on YouTube, and they also do audio podcasts only. The wild card win explosive playoff report. The Giants had 5 plays of 20-plus yards, which ties the season high with first Vikings game. They had 5 passes of 19-plus yards, 5 runs of 10-plus yards. They were 5 of 10 on big plays, or 5 of their 5 for 10 big plays came on first down, and they had so much yards after catch. You saw Darius Slayton catching those over routes and getting north and south. You saw the same with Isaiah Hodgins. Those guys, they got to do it again. And they've been solid, I would say, this season, but they got to take it up a notch. I need Darius Slayton to have a big play down the sideline, getting behind a guy like James Bradbury, who we've seen has been vulnerable to giving up big plays. Richie James, continue to do what you do on third down. Isaiah Hodgins, keep being great. Keep being that big slot receiver that wins on routes against the talented DBs that the Eagles are going to have. Daniel Bellinger, find ways to be effective. Continue to be a weapon in the red zone. But Slayton, I believe, is going to have a big play this Saturday that's going to change the momentum of the game. Maybe it's a play action fake. Maybe they go back to that flea flicker that they once tried. Maybe they do a reverse pass and hit Slayton over the top. Maybe it's just a deep ball where Slayton burns somebody. I think Slayton is going to have a big game. I think he's going to come back after that drop he had on 3rd and 15 with his mind right this weekend and really try to make up for it. And I think he will with a big touchdown on a game-changing big play. Let's go, Slayton, the real big play Slay. You also, I know it's chalk. I know we say it all the time. You got to win the frickin' turnover battle. If you don't win the turnover battle this weekend, your season's over. And that's as simple as I can say it. We'll show you the Giants' record when they win the turnover battle compared to losing in a second. But shout out to Anthony Rivardo of Fireside Giants, another great Giants YouTube podcast. He said, if the Giants win this Saturday, it will be because they win the turnover battle. The Eagles turned the ball over 9 times in their last 4 games. 9 turnovers in their last 4 games. They have developed a turnover problem. That sloppy play doesn't get you far in the playoffs, is what he said. And I completely agree. The Giants have to win the turnover battle. They're just a team that operates better when they're ahead of the sticks. And you do that by not having self-inflicted wounds, not having turnovers. When the Giants do not turn the football over this season, they're 6-2. 8 games this year. When they did not turn the football over, they were 6-2. When they won the turnover battle, they were 6-1. So what does that tell you? When you don't turn it over, or you win the turnover battle, you're going to win the football game. You know what this also tells me? When you lose the turnover battle, which the Giants did 6 times this year, they were 1-5 in those football games. 1-5 in those football games. You have to take care of the football. Daniel Jones, you're going to be under pressure. Your defensive line is great. Your offensive line is going to get beat. That's just the nature of playing a really good defensive line. Hold on to the football. Hold on to the football. Saquon Barkley, high and tight. Darius Slayton, catch it and tuck it. No fumbles on special teams. Take care of the football. Stop the run game. Establish the run game. Slow down the Eagles' pass rush. Create explosive plays and win the turnover battle. Those are my 5 must-dos if the Giants want to take down the Birds in Philly. This is going to be today's Real One roll call. If you're a real one, you know what I'm talking about. If you hate the Eagles, I need everyone to light up the comment section right now and just type F Philly. If you hate the Eagles, light up the comment section, type F Philly. Let's freaking go. Who is Ban Pandingle? What does that mean? Oh. Ryan Zolchinski. Chinsk! What up, Chinsky? What up, Chinsky? That's hilarious. Let's go. Let's go. We got a mailbag coming up here in a second. Use hashtag Giants for me in the comment section. If I see Papa Dingle more in the chat, Saquon is Himothy, Chinsky. He needs to play well. We need to get him involved. Do everything you can to make Saquon Barkley be in a position to be great this weekend. We need those guys to step up. We got a mailbag coming up here in a second. We're low on questions. We don't have a lot of questions right now. We need some questions in the comment section. Hashtag Giants Forum. If you got a question and you want it to be answered on the show, like Matt Robertson, we appreciate you. Or DG, we appreciate you. Hashtag Giants in the comment section. And just type your comment after that, and we'll pop that up on screen. Oh, man. Charlie C. says, Marsh, another huge factor is not getting behind the sticks from penalties. Great point. That's a great point. Giants got to play ahead of the sticks. Got to avoid 3rd and long. You got to avoid obvious passing downs where Philly can just pin their ears back and get after people. You're 100% right, Charlie C. Charlie C., ask me a question, brother, in the comments. Remember what it's supposed to look like right there? Remember when we had to teach you that? I'm just going to put Atlantic Lion, my man, I appreciate you. Eric, I appreciate you. Connor, I appreciate you. Montega, I appreciate you. He's got 4 questions right there. We're probably good to roll. Let's get to it. Let's go. Giants mailbag right now. Welcome into New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. We got a mailbag coming up where we are taking questions from subscribers. So the only way to be featured on the show is an easy two-step process. One, you got to be a subscriber. So go down right now, hit that big red button. And step two, turn your notifications on so you could be alerted every single time we go live on the channel. So do it right now, subscribe, and hit that bell icon right underneath and select all so you never miss a video here by Giants. Now, let's start with my guy, Vasil Bros. What up, brother? He says, what factor do you think Evan Neal will have this weekend, positive or negative? If it's positive, the Giants can win. If it's negative, I think the Giants are going to get cooked. When you look at how good this pass rush is for Philly, they have 4 guys over 11 sacks this year. They have 5 guys over 7 sacks. They have a lot of talent. And you're going to have to stop a guy like Hassan Riddick or Sweat or even Graham on the outside if you're the young rookie tackle out of Alabama. Evan Neal, he allowed 7 pressures versus the Minnesota Vikings. You allow 7 pressures versus the Eagles this Saturday. It's going to be a long, long day for this offense and Daniel Jones. Evan Neal needs to have his best day as a pro if the Giants want to continue on this postseason run. I know I'm not going to say this right. I'll try, though. Devarshi, what up, man? Devarshi Goosh, as I call him, DG, what up, man? Said, do you think we could trade for Tyreek Hill, considering the fact that the Miami Dolphins are trying to move on from Tua for Brady, and if not for him, then for whom can we trade for all in? The Dolphins are not trading Tyreek Hill. They just gave up so much to get him this offseason. I do think a guy that will be on the trade block, and we've heard reports, is DeAndre Hopkins. I think he's the best receiver and the highest profile guy that's going to be traded. I'd like to trade for a guy like Brandon Ayuk. We've talked about him on the channel. The San Francisco 49ers have so many high contract players on their roster. At some point, you can't pay everybody. No way that the Dolphins trade Tyreek Hill, but I do think the Giants will be in the market to make a trade for a wide receiver this offseason. Ryan Zolchinski, my man. What up, bro? What we feeling about Danny's contract extension after his marvelous playoff debut? Chinsky, what a question, my man, and you are right. What do we feel about it? I know some people want to pay him $30 million. I know some people want to pay him $40 million. Some people want to pay him $20 million. You could throw around those numbers, but until you look around at what the rest of the NFL is making, I feel like it doesn't really matter. So let's do that. These are the highest paid quarterbacks per year right now in the NFL. Aaron Rodgers is making about $50 million on an average annual value. Russell Wilson at 49, Kyler Murray at 46, Watson at 46, Patrick Mahomes at 45. The Murray contract looks terrible at the moment. Russell Wilson as well. Josh Allen might be the most underpaid player in the National Football League at $43 million. Derek Carr at $40 million is a crime. Dak's at 40. Stafford's at 40. Kirk Cousins is at 10. Producer Seeps believes that Daniel Jones should be making $40 million. And I don't think that's that much of a reach, man. Is he better than Dak? He's got one less playoff win than him. Is he better than Derek Carr? I think he is. But I think this is the tier where I think that the Giants and Daniel Jones are more so going to settle on the next 8 highest paid guys. Goff at 33. I'd ask to be right where Goff is. I would ask for 33 to 35 million if I was Daniel Jones. If you can get Daniel Jones at about 30 million, that'd be great, right above Tannehill and Matt Ryan. But look, when you're asking how much someone's worth, you got to look at what the market says. And the market says right now, if you're a quarterback that wins playoff games like Daniel Jones is, you're worth more than $30 million per year. It's going to be a crazy, crazy offseason for the Giants and Daniel Jones. But I want you right now to sit in the seat of Joe Shane. How much would you pay Daniel Jones per season? How much? We just showed you the graphic. We showed you how much the big dogs make. How much would you pay Jones per year? I'd like it for it to be 30 to 35. But at this point, I think you kind of have to do whatever you got to do to get him back. I think you got a franchise quarterback in number 8. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Sub for Giants Dubs. If you think the Giants will beat the Philadelphia Eagles, subscribe to the channel. We're getting closer and closer to 24,000 subscribers on the channel. A year ago today, this channel was at 5,000 subscribers. We've almost gained 20,000 subs in a whole calendar year. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys. Let's continue to grow. We're a family here at Giants now. Giants fans are a family. Join the fam. Sub for Giants Dubs. Jay Liv, my man, what up, Brody? He says, can the New York Knicks stick another tight end on the right side? The Giants, a strong blocking tight end, or an eligible O-line to help Neal. I don't hate that. I think you will see that. I think you'll see Bellinger on that right side, chip blocking and helping a guy like Evan Neal. Maybe you bring a guy like Matt Parrott in to be that extra offensive lineman and chip. Or maybe you bring Nick Gates in to be that extra offensive lineman when Ben Bredesen is at the left guard spot. I think you got to do whatever you got to do, Jay Liv, to give Daniel Jones some time back there to make some decisions and not have to run around like a chicken with his head cut off. You need Daniel Jones to be able to hit his back foot on Saturday, be able to evaluate the defense, diagnose the coverage, find the open receiver, and throw him a strike. You can't do that when you got someone coming right in your face. Pause. Pause. You know what I'm saying. Like if you're right here and Daniel Jones, that was bad. That was bad. Evan Neal, you can't get beat this Saturday. Next question. Yo, Pokemore. What up, man? Will James Washington play? No. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Steve, dude, you got to stop laughing. No, I don't. He didn't play this past week against the Minnesota Vikings, so no. I think that's more of a future deal to see what we got going on there. Ray, what up, Ray? Who will be a great addition for the Giants defense? I think you could use another corner. I think you could use another interior inside linebacker. I think you could use another edge rusher, to be quite frank. I mean, you got Ojulari and you got Thibodeau, but when Ojulari goes down, you're looking at O'Shane Zimenez and Tom and Fox. And those guys are fun, but you need another guy. You need another dude. The Eagles have 5 people on their roster with more than 7 sacks. I think the only one on the Giants with more than 7 sacks is Dexter Lawrence. You need guys that can get after the passer without having to bring so much pressure. And I think that'll make Wink Martindale a better defensive coordinator. There's been rumors that Marcus Peters may want to come play for the Giants. He had a lot of success with Wink Martindale as his defensive coordinator. He's set to be a free agent this offseason. I just wonder if you want to pay a 30-year-old corner big money after he's already had a torn ACL. We'll do more on offseason additions once the Giants win the Super Bowl. Sahagan's detail, my man, he says, do you think we should be worried? Yes. Yes, we should be worried about Boston Scott. He has 17 career touchdowns, and 10 of them have come against Big Blue. I mean, man, every time he plays us, he finds his way. You're 100% right, Sahagan's detailing. You got to find a way to not let frickin' Boston Scott tear you up. He's the Giants killer. Like, it's incredible what he's able to do every time he plays Big Blue. Got to find a way to stop Boston Scott this weekend. Mike Francis, my man, he says, Marsh, do you have money on the game? I do. I have some extra money in my sports book. Shout out to BetUS, chatsports.com/bet, promo code chat125. I have some extra money in my account after my money line bet hit against the Vikings. So I put $100 on Giants money line. I believe if it hits, I get paid out $280. So, yeah, I definitely do. Show me the money. Last question on this mailbag says, who needs to step up versus the Eagles? Great question. You got to have a lot of guys step up. You need Daniel Jones to play well. You need Adoree Jackson to play well. But let's talk about some guys that I think really not necessarily need to step up because they've been playing bad. That's not what I mean at all. I just need to step up because if these guys play really good football games, they're going to win the football game. Evan Neal, he's going to be under a lot of pressure blocking those great edge rushers. Saquon Barkley, he needs to have a big game. The Eagles have one of the best defensive lines. They're really good at stopping the pass. They have a great pass rush. Not that good against stopping the run. Barkley needs to get loose. I have Fabian Moreau on here because I believe Adoree Jackson is going to be able to hold it down on whatever sides he's on, whether it's Brown or Smith. But it's that next guy, and I think Fabian Moreau is a guy that the Eagles are going to be going after, to be quite frank. I think Jalen Smith needs to have a big game to slow down this run game. Can't let a guy like Boston Scott or Miles Sanders or Jalen Hurts get loose. He's going to be in some spy situations. He's got to make some plays inside the box at the line of scrimmage this weekend. I think Leonard Williams needs to have a big game. We haven't had a big cat game this year where he just takes over. The Eagles have a great O-line, but they're somewhat weaker than they are at the other spots at the guard spot. So I think Leonard Williams could wreak havoc this game, and I want to see it happen. I want to see these five have great games. I believe if they do, I think Giants are going to win the football game. But what about you? What do you say? Chime in for me down in the comments section. What player needs to step up versus Philly? Sound off down below. And Charlie C., we got a bonus question. He says, can we win if we don't shut down Jalen Hurts? No. If Jalen Hurts has a great game, the Giants will not win. They cannot get into a shootout with the Eagles. That's what's going to happen if you don't shut them down. Got to slow down the run. Can't let Jalen Hurts have an MVP type day. Yeah, that if he has a great day, you're not going to win. Appreciate everybody for tuning into this mailbag. We'll see you Saturday as we are live for the game. We'll be live an hour early. We're going to have an hour-long pregame show. We've got a giveaway. It's awesome. I want you to be there. Subscribe for Giants dubs. And if you made it this far in the video, drop your real ones. Let's go. Charlie C. with a $5 super chat. He says, LOL, I definitely remember.
I had to throw Charlie in there because I saw him use hashtag Giants at the end. I was proud of him. I was proud of my guy.
Charlie, we're proud of you. Let's go. Let's go. Charlie C., I got a shot for my man. Damn. Pretty good time. Woo! All righty. We are going to sign off on the channel. We're going to be live on our Knicks channel tonight. Knicks versus Wizards. Yeah, right? Knicks versus Wizards? All right. We'll be live for that. A-Fizzle30, the God, says, can we give my man a donation? He earned it. Charlie C. did. He just donated to the channel. All you guys. We got $23 in super chats today. You guys are awesome. We appreciate it. We'll do this. 2-minute shot clock. 2-minute shot clock. If we can get to 60, I'll do a beer shotgun. If not, no sweat. If we do, I'll do a beer shotgun. If not, we'll sign off like we're going to either way. We could party a little. If y'all want to party, we could party. But we got some stuff to do. But I'm always down to party. Always down to party. As YFM192 sends in a $5 super chat. My man, every $5 super chat in this 2-minute shot clock, we're taking shots of Fireball. Shout out to YFM. My man, I appreciate you. Let's go. Woo! YFM, yes, sir. Appreciate you, Brody. Big game this week, Seeps. I'm nervous. I am very nervous for this game.
I think it's going to be a hell of a game. I think the Eagles are a little fraudulent, too.
I do like how they haven't played in a while.
I love that. You guys are coming in hot. Like, I love it. I hate the first round bye.
And they didn't really play in Week 18. They played the Giants' backups.
And they hung with them. You remember that?
The Eagles could not score.
They literally couldn't score a touchdown.
Yeah, they literally were stopped in the red zone like 20 times. Zolchinski with a $10 super chat. Bang! Zolchinski, my man. Zolchinski.
What?
He says, go Big Blue. A shout out Flott for the late pass. Yes, the pass breakup by Cordell Flott. That was his first play of the game on the KJ Osborne over route. The pass breakup there was incredible, Chinsky. Big play by the rookie corner out of LSU. He says, X-Man is back, y'all, and DJ is on his menace shit. Let's go, Chinsky. Let's freaking go.
What's up, Chinsk?
Oh, yeah.
What's up, man?
Oh, Chinsky. I got 2 shots for my guy, Chinsky. Chinsky. Oh, Mike Francis with a $22 super chat. Trace, come here. That one's for Chinsky. I got one more for Chinsky. And then we got a beer shotgun because my guy Mike Francis came through with a $22 super chat. He says shotgun, ... You know what time it is, Mike. If you want to go grab that, it's in the door of the fridge. This one's for Chinsky as well. Charlie C, you're right. There's no pressure on the Giants right now. All the pressure in the world is on the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, we're coming in, like you said, playing with house money. Like I am on my BetUS account because I won big on the Giants money line over Vikes Seeps or Seeps Vikes. Chatsports.com/bet. Yeah, chatsports.com/bet. Promo code chat125. 125% deposit bonus. We've got your game. But you're right, Charlie. We're playing with house money. Like, there's no one in the world thinks the Giants can win except for the people that are watching right now. Mr. Rick, my man. Mr. Rick. It's shotgun time in Studio F. Gabriel says, if I drop money, will you drink some Henny for Saturday? I can't drink Henny and do a game. I've drunk Henny before, and I'll tell you what, I can't call a game. Mr. Rick, thank you so much. You're the man, Mr. Rick. A member of the Giants Now Ring of Honor, Chat Sports Giants Ring of Honor, is Mr. Cha, multi-time member of the hard hat. Chinsky, I don't know if you've ever seen this hard hat, Chinsky. The guy in the chat earlier, Ryan Zolchinsky, he used to be an intern at Chat Sports, but he's still in college. Hope you're coming back this summer, Chinsky. We started doing this year for the games, Chinsky. $100 super chat got you a sticker on the Giants hard hat for the whole season. It's pretty damn cool. Chinsky says that I need to get that hat. You're a real one, Chinsky. You're a real one. All righty.
Here we go.
I got a beer shotgun. We are only $15 away from 100. It'd be cool to end on a round number. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Cool.
Oh, all righty.
Do we want to beat the Eagles?
Yeah, do we want? What are they at? Let's see what they ended at. Our Eagles channel is also live right now. I'm going to see what they got.
I didn't hear a lot of noise. I don't think it was that much.
I don't think it was.
I think they're nervous.
I think they're nervous as well.
Okay, so Marsh, they got to 97 total.
The Eagles channel got to 97?
So not too much, but that only puts us, 13 behind?
Yeah, we're at 86 right now, 87. Okay. So we're technically $11 away from surpassing Philadelphia Eagles now. Our Eagles channel, which is live right next door. I want to beat them at everything this week. I freaking hate the Eagles. I freaking hate them. We can beat them in Super Chats. That's going to be a good sign for Saturday. Mr. Rick and Mike, this one's for you. Thank you for getting us over the top. I got a shotgun. Let's go.
Here we go. Shout out to Mike, Charlie C, my man, and Cha, the best New York Giants Now supporters. Marsh is taking down the shop fun, the last happy dad in the stack. Here we go. I do think my final prediction was Giants 20-17. Daniel Jones game-winning field goal drive with his legs.
Fuck.
It's ice cold.
That sucked. Woo! I'm going to be honest. I don't think we can sign off on the stream till we pass the Eagles.
It only takes $11, $12.
I just feel like we'd be going into the weekend with a loser's mentality.
Especially since they're done.
Yeah,
This
they're done.
guarantees us a
This
dub.
guarantees a win. We have a 40-yard field goal for the win.
Mm-hmm.
We just got to knock it through. We just got to knock it through. Oh, I got to burp. I repeat, we are at $87 in Super Chats. Our Eagles channel, which just wrapped up their weekly live show, got to 97. If we beat them, that's good vibes for this weekend. CBJ, you're good, Brody. Charlie, I got you. I got you, Charlie. Because you have been a supporter all year long, Charlie. I got you. We got the stickers right here. We got the hard hat right here. I think that's fair because you are well over $100 at this point. Ow! Cha! Cha says, Miss Cha says, no way. Oh, Charlie! Charlie, bang! He says, boom! Shout out to Mr. Rick. Shout out to Charlie. You guys are awesome. I couldn't go out into that office right now and tell them that we couldn't get it. So glad we passed it. Type those F Philly in the chat.
F Philly.
F Philly in the chat. Let's go.
Those Philly scumbags are going to get what they deserve this weekend.
Charlie, do you want me to put CC on there? We do initials. So let me know. CC for Charlie. Get the F Phillies in the chat. Let's roll.
F the Eagles.
F the Eagles. CC. My man wants the CC.
Mr. CC. Charlie C. having a show.
Charlie C. showing love. So is my guy Cha, as always. Mr. Rick, thank you very much, my friends. Thank you. I'm so ready for Saturday. I really, really am. It is going to be... Oh! Chinsky again!
No!
Chinsky again! Oh, Chinsky! You're the only sticker right there, Charlie, that's touching the NY. That's how special your spot is. Chinsky with a $10 super chat. My man.
Goat.
Says easy lock. Daniel, 3 total TDs. Saquon, 75 plus scrimmage. And a tubber. Danny gonna. Look at the flick of that wrist. Look at the flick of that wrist. Oh, man. My man Chinsky showing love.
The GOAT.
You guys are the best. You guys are the best. Chinsky, I better see you in the offices this summer. That's all I'm saying. Since you kind of flaked on us on trivia night the other week.
Facts.
Oh, Matthew Bazemore with a $10 super chat. Bang! I got one more, and then I gotta relax a little bit. But that's all I got. Matthew Bazemore, my man, you're a real one. Always throwing in the $10 super chats because he is a real one. Much love, my guy. Thank you. Thank you. Woo! Charlie C says, we close to dubbing the Philly chat. Oh, Nigel! Nigel with a $10 super chat. We're at 148. What were they at? 97?
I think, yeah.
What's 97 times 2? Get the calculator at. We're not good at math. Nigel says, big blue fan from Philly.
190. Oh, there you go. 194.
Was that Yodes?
Yeah.
Yodes, we're not mathematicians in here. We are less than 50 away from 194. We're at 148 right now. If we
Double.
want to double up the Eagles, That's BDE right there.
Yes.
That's big dog shit. If we want to double up the Eagles, how about this?
I'll do a beer shot fund.
Seep says it.
For my Giants family, I'll do a beer shot fund if we get there.
After you turned your back on us last week?
I had to respect my own here, Marsh. I had to protect my own family.
Seep says it. If we get to 195, we're 47 away. We're 47 away. Seeps says he'll do a beer shotgun if we can double up the Philly Eagles super chats.
Who's got us?
Nigel says, big blue fan from Philly, living behind enemy lines. F the Eagles. As Jay Live comes in with a $10 super chat. All right, we're partying. I got a shot for Nigel. Let's roll.
I'm sorry. I just don't think there's any way that the Giants hit 195.
Oh,
Y'all are not doing it.
That
Sorry.
that's Eagles propaganda right there. That's Eagles propaganda. Good thing Crim's dad isn't here. He would have already dropped $1,000 super chat. Y'all heard it though. Our Eagles content creator Abby Alonso just said to our faces that we can't get to 195. Oh my God! Look at this BS I got to deal with in the chat. Look at this nonsense. Look at this nonsense. Get those F Phillies in the chat. Get those F Phillies. Oh my God. I can't handle this. Get them out of here. Get them out of here. Get them out of here. This is a joke. This is a joke. Oh my God. If we get to 195, Seeps is going to do a beer shotgun, and he might race Abby. That's all. Those are what the rumors are saying. That's what the rumors are saying.
To my stomach.
All I'm saying is the rumors are that Abby Alonso will beer shotgun race Seeps if we get to 195.
Is it rumors? Is it news? You guys are going to have to find out.
We're going to have to find out as Charlie C comes in with a $2 super chat. We're 35 away.
That's it. Come on.
35 away from a Seeps versus Lonzo beer shotgun. F the frickin' Eagles.
F Philly.
Call themselves the City of Champions. They have one frickin' championship.
Bunch of scrubs.
Charlie C says, I've hit my max. Wife's going to kill me. F Philly.
Real one, Charlie C.
Charlie C is a real one. Chinsky! Zolchinski! Bang!
25
We're
away.
25 away. 25 away. Ryan Zolchinski back at it again. He said need Chase to buy a Brian Dable fathead for his desk after this dub. F Philly. Chinsky, you're the man. This one's for J Liv. The next one's for Chinsky. Oh! Matthew! Oh! Let's go! Matthew Bazemore and Mike Francis Jr. Bang! Let's go! We'll see you later, Philly. We'll see you later, Philly. The superior city, the superior team, the superior franchise is the New York Football Giants. F the Eagles. F the Eagles. Everyone in the chat type F the Eagles in the chat. Let's go. The race for 5 is on, Chinsky. The race for 5 is on. The drive for 5. Let's go. Shout out to Linus. Shout out to Matt. Shout out to Chinsky. Lil New York. Charlie C. Matthew Bazemore. Let's go. Is Abs coming in or what? She better. Talk that smack. Talk that smack. Let's go, Yodes. Thanks for the math help. Let's ride, baby. All I know is Giants are about to get this dub. The drive for 5. Yes, sir. F the Eagles. Shout out to John. Shout out to Nija. Let's go. I got a couple more shots in me. Let's get it going. Let's have a party. Let's have a party. Let's freaking go. We're getting the equipment. Abby and crew are coming in. That's for Matthew. Mike, I got one for you. Rick says the New York Football Giants, 1925 Giants Way, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Woo-hoo! Yes, sir, Mr. Rick. I was pretty upset when they were trying to tell me last week it's not called the New York Football Giants. It absolutely is. All right, here, you want me to hop in the producer seat? Y'all can take the show. I won't. I'm good. Shout out to everybody that showed love today. Welcome on to the show, Abby Alonso, who was just talking smack about the real ones, and producer Seeps, who, unfortunately, his season is over because of the Giants. But we got a beer shotgun. Let me know who you got. Type S for Seeps, A for Abby. Who we riding with? S for Seeps, A for Abby. Yeah, you got to get a good cock. You got to cock it good, and then good pull, and then you know what I'm talking about. All right. Are we ready? Contestants. Seeps, you can't let us down. Yeah, she did. You can't not win this, Seeps. This has to be the number one of your life, dude. All right, we're going to go 3, 2, 1, go. All right? Are we ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Here. You got to pull it back out. You got to get a good cock. Oh, my God. Seeps, if you don't win this, Abby's going to work. Who wins? What happened? Oh, my God. Is yours empty? We need an empty check. Oh, my God. Are we saying that Abby is empty right now? Because if you are, you win. But you still beat him. If you're empty, you win. Put the trash can up here, Seeps. Let's. Oh, my God. Not empty. Seeps wins. Seeps wins. Dump it in there. Giants win. That's what's going down this Saturday. You got to really get a good cock. You got to, you know what I'm talking. Oh, man. It was an excellent show. You guys are awesome. I don't know if that audio was caught. I'm hoping not. But we got to sign off. We'll see you later.